if I told you the most powerful camera phone under £700 isn't made by Apple or Samsung? This is the Honor 400 Pro, a 200 megapixel AI beast that makes the Galaxy S24 FE look, well, not quite so affordable flagship after all. But is this just a spec sheet flex? Or is this actually a mid-range king? And wait till you see what the cheaper Honor 400 does to the Samsung Galaxy A56. Buckle up, and if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to be notified of all future posts. It actually matches my shirt today. So let's start with what millions of people care about: the camera. The Honor 400 Pro brings a 200 megapixel main sensor, 50 megapixel 3x optical telephoto, and 50 megapixel portrait selfie cam. But it can also even pull off DSLR-like background blur, cinematic filters, and even AI-generated videos from photos, where you can take any standard photo and with a click of a button using Google's VO AI model, turn it into a ridiculously realistic video. Mind officially blown. The Galaxy S24 FE fights back with a solid 50 megapixel main, 8 megapixel 3x optical telephoto, and Samsung's Pro Visual AI engine. Night shots, pretty great on both, with the Samsung images tending to look a little cooler and brighter after processing. But when you put them side by side, the Honor phone tends to win on detail, largely thanks to that massive 1/1.4 inch sensor, which can let in more light, and combined with OIS and EIS and AI-powered zoom, especially at 3 and 5x, the 400 Pro is particularly impressive. And that added higher megapixel count also aids in producing slightly finer details, especially when cropping in. Portraits again impressive on both, with the Samsung phone often appearing more muted in colour and brightness, and the Honor device delivering more of a social media filtered look. Personal preference will be key for this one. They both have 12 megapixel ultra-wide third lenses on the rear, which for me feel much of a muchness, and both can double as macro cameras. Let me know which phone you think did this best here. The 400 Pro lets you erase passers-by, reflections, and can extend photos beyond the frame using AI outpainting. The S24 FE, on the other hand, does have things like Object Eraser and a whole host of other AI features across the phone, but specifically when it comes to the camera, the 400 Pro does feel slightly more smart, as it does when it comes to battery with its 5300 mAh silicon carbon offering compared to Samsung's 4700 mAh cell. It's sadly also humiliation for Samsung when it comes to charging. 100 watts wired and 50 watts wireless charging on the Honor phone, and a full charge in under 40 minutes. Only 25 watt wired and 15 watt wireless charging on the FE. Bit of a demolition here. Both phones feature big, beautiful 6.7 inch AMOLED panels, but here's the wild stat. The 400 Pro hits 5,000 nits peak brightness, which is just insane visibility even in direct sunlight. In fact, it might as well be the sun at this point. It's also 120Hz, so nice and smooth, as is the S24 FE, which also has vision booster technology to enhance colour and contrast. It itself hits a respectable 1,450 nits, which is still viewable outdoors, if not quite the same level, but the Honor phone also gives you flicker-free 3,840Hz PWM dimming, motion sickness relief for in-car use, and even works with wet hands thanks to super rainproof touch. You don't get that from Samsung. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 inside the Honor 400 Pro versus Samsung's Exynos 2400E, and technically both are 4nm chips and both will give you amazing performance in real-world use. Honor's macOS 9 software over Android 15 gives you deep Google Gemini integration and is an AI monster. Magic Portal 2.0 gives you seamless, quick and direct app access, and then you have things like AI writing tools to generate content, real-time voice summarization with AI Recorder, and real-time AI live translation, even during phone calls. Samsung has its Galaxy AI and also has heavy Google integration, including Circle to Search, Live Translate, and Note Assist, but Honor also adds tools like AI deepfake detection for video calls, so the amount of AI power packed into both these phones is seriously impressive, and both feel super slick when it comes to navigation. Software is definitely a subjective area for sure, and it is a tough one to call. I feel the glutton of new AI features in the 400 Pro probably slightly outweighs the S24 FE, but then on the other hand, I do feel Samsung's One UI is incredibly feature rich, and Samsung has a slightly wider array of products within their ecosystem, which is an important factor for some people. But before we select a winner, what about those shopping under £500. Boom, here we go. The Honor 400 is basically the Pro's little bro or sis. Same 200 megapixel main camera, basically the same ultra wide and 50 megapixel portrait selfie lens, same AI suite, same display tech and battery capacity. So just no telephoto lens, the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chip, IP65 rating and 66 watt charging instead of the 100 watt. And against the A56, well, Samsung's phone brings to the table a 50 megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 5 megapixel macro. Some fun AI touches like best face and feels really premium, way above its price tag, with its IP67 rating and aluminium and Gorilla Glass Victus Plus construction. The A56's Exynos 1580 does slightly edge out the Honor 400's Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chip when it comes to raw performance numbers, even if both are built on that 4nm architecture, and the 5000 mAh battery lasts well, but it does have slower wired charging than the 400, which also has a larger battery and a brighter display. So jumping back to the first two, which one wins in the affordable flagship category here? Well, if you're all about cameras, battery, bleeding edge AI, and dare I say it, display, which seems crazy to me considering Samsung are notorious for being considered the display leaders, then the Honor 400 Pro does feel a step ahead. They both do feel really premium in the hand, but we do have an IP68 and 69 rating here, just 68 here. I also feel it looks maybe slightly more premium in design, and if you're budget conscious but still want that flagship level feel, the Honor 400 does undercut the A56 in many departments too, and offers another brilliant option. Samsung still offer 7 years of supremely feature-rich software updates and deeper integration into its extensive ecosystem. So if you're kind of already Team Galaxy, you may want to stay there. For everyone else, well, this could be the moment to make a switch. But let me know what you think in the comments. Are you Honor, or are you Samsung, or are you someone completely different, and why? And if you did find this video helpful, drop a like, subscribe for more content like this. My name's Adam, you've been the best as always. I'll see you in the next one. Says BYT, peace out.